Is Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile here, and I am feeling good with Feel Good Week and Day 24 of Award Season Reviews, Season 2. And today I am discussing another anime film in award season contention, Toho Company Limited Suzume. Written and directed by Makoto Shinkai, Suzume is a beautifully animated tale of adventure and discovery. As of this recording, Susume has a total box office take of $175,492,224, with $10,932,037 domestically and $164,560,187 internationally. Now, this film popped up on my radar because it is one of the 6 films nominated for Best Animated Feature at this year's Golden Globes, and its writer-director Shinkai received the International Animation Award from the Critics' Choice Awards celebration of television and cinema this year. Now, could this be another film that enters the Best Animated Feature race at the Oscars? Who can tell? Now, it hasn't had a large award season showing, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't creep in. Oftentimes anime films do have very strong showings with the Academy, and while I haven't spoken much about the Annie Awards yet, those will be coming up when the nominations get announced next month, and this could be a front runner for the Annie's top Best Animated Film Award because Shinkai's last film, Weathering with You, did take this top prize at the Annies in 2017. So, Suzume is the story of a 17-year-old girl who, when she's walking home one day, encounters a young man whose name is Sota, and he is looking for an abandoned area with a door in the town. Suzume recommends that he go to this old abandoned spa in her town. But then, instead of leaving, curiosity, it gets the better of us, she goes and follows him. She opens this door and she sees a galaxy type of setting that she can't enter. So, not sure what happens. She runs, feared, but trips over a cat statue that then comes to life. And the cat runs in one direction and she runs to the other. Not really sure what's going on. She goes back to school, tries to, clear her head, go about the day. But then she sees this cloud of smoke that only she can see, nobody else. So she goes to see this, and upon arrival, she again finds Sota there, and he's trying to close this door. So she begins to help him. And with a struggle, they are able to close this door, but damage has been done, and this smoke, this being, has come through the door and caused an earthquake. Leaving this site, Sota explains that he is what is called a closer, someone who has been chosen, in life and in family to travel around Japan and make sure that there are different doors and abandoned spaces that get closed to prevent a giant supernatural worm from breaking free and destroying Japan. Now, due to circumstances caused by Suzume tripping over that cat statue, she now feels obligated and goes off with Sota to try and stop this worm from escaping through another doorway. We learn that the cat was a keystone, or an object that helped to guard the doors, and now Suzume and Sota need to find it and rectify this error. Now, this won't be without its challenges, and let's say Suzume will go off to solve this with her grit, her phone, and a chair. Does that entice you? And that is where I will leave it. Suffice it to say, this is a unique supernatural adventure with lessons of acceptance set across the Japanese countryside. And as we go, we will wonder, did Susume meet Sota by chance, or is there more to this? Is she more to this as this journey goes on? And that's what we will see. Like yesterday's The Boy and the Heron, the film is visually stunning. The supernatural elements, one being an area called the Ever After, and the other being the aforementioned worm that causes the destruction, are beautifully drawn. Also, the attention to detail given to the different settings at times almost felt like we were looking at a real film and not necessarily animation. Now, the vocal cast is good as well. The version I watched was the English dubbed version, and while I am not familiar with the performers, there are a few that stood out and delivered the script very well. Especially, there were many scenes between Suzume, voiced by Nicole Sakura, and her aunt Tamaki, who was voiced by Jennifer Sun Bell. They're very poignant scenes with these two where the relationship was very clear in how they worked together. And also a fun one was Lena Josephine Morano, who voiced Dajin, the aforementioned cat, who's very adorable in that high pitch. Uh, that Jean comes out of nowhere a few times in this cutesy anime cat that is just enjoyable. Suzume is a solid 4 out of 5 stars. While a good film, there were a few parts like Yesterday's Boy and the Heron that dragged a bit. At about 2 hours, there could have been some trimming done. Specifically, there was a mini subplot with Suzume and a restaurant owner that I could have personally done without. I didn't feel that it moved the story further and it just kind of filled time. However, that aside, again, enjoyable enough to watch. If you would like to catch Suzume and missed it when it was in theaters, it is streaming exclusively on Crunchyroll as of this posting. You can sign up for a free trial or access it through your Prime accounts. There's no VOD demand information available yet or other streaming information. See everyone tomorrow as we continue Feel Good Week. Please subscribe to the channel and get the word out there if you like what you are hearing. For more cinema goodness, including my special report on my top 10 movies of the year and 5 misses, information will be following about all of that on social media, and you compare movie reviews with me on Letterboxd. Until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.